This image was provided by Ramesh Senai. Ramesh asked me that if I can work on this image. It's a really beautiful image anyway. There is nothing much you can do if you really are talking about quality wise, because it's not bad image at all if you ask me personally. But of course, all images, in my opinion, have some room for improvements. And when I say improvements according to our preferences and our liking. Otherwise, like I said, this image is not actually bad at all. Of course, there are some highlights you can see, but other than that, this image is not really bad. But anyway, let's see what we can do. So before I do anything, what I would like to do is I would like to open this image as it is in Photoshop by pressing Shift, so that I can open it as an object rather than image. There we go. So that's our image as it is without doing anything. Now what I would like to do is I would like to copy of this image, but not ordinary copy. I would like to do a new smart object via copy. Okay, that will give us another layer, which means we can work on both of them individually. So now what I would like to do is I would like to double click on this top image to open it back into Camera Raw, and then do some adjustment. I always try auto first to see if it helps, but in this case I don't think it's going to help that much, so I would go back to default. Then I would reduce the highlight I see. Okay, shadow maybe a little so that we can have some details on hair where there is dark area, and I would reduce a black a little bit, which will give a kind of solidity to image. Then I would increase a vibrance a little too. Then I would go to effects and I would dehaze a little. That will also give a solidity to the image. It removes the haze. Okay, then go back to all the adjustment. I would reduce white a little bit too, because what will happen by that, we can have more clarity on the dress, white dress, and of course a detail. Then I would like to go to here on lens correction, and then I would check the profile if it helps in any way. There's nothing wrong in going for it. And then I'll go to color and remove color, aberration. Okay, as you can see, there was actually, well, in fact we can see now here, look, if I cancel this, you will be able to see more green line here, so that will be removed by this. If we there we go, better than before anyway. Now I will go back to our adjustments and I will reduce the highlight furthermore, as well as white a little. Okay, then I would like to make use of the adjustment brush. So click on it. I would increase exposure a little mainly, and then perhaps shadow a little, and that's it. And then I would brush over on eye, both of them eyes. Now I can make it brighter or darker, whatever I like. I think I would go for a little brighter. There you go, bit of contrast as well. That's a bit too much, I think. Yeah. You can do as per your liking anyway, but basically speaking, we are doing this to brighten up the eye area so that we can see the details. Of course, we are going to improve it a little more in Photoshop. And that's it. I think here in Camera Raw, this will do from here, I think. So I'll click OK to accept the changes. There we go. So that's before, sorry, this is after, and that's before. That's after, that's before. Okay. Then what I would like to do is I would like to change the blending mode to screen for the top layer, and then hold Alt and create a mask which will hide the effect of the screen mode, and then select a white brush or gradient tool. It's your choice. Okay, I'll go for a brush this time. I usually actually go for gradient tool, and then with 100% opacity I will, sorry, not 100%, it's 30%, but I will go twice on it to make it a bit brighter. You know what, and then I think I'll press G for the gradient tool, and then go at the top here, select this, opacity I would say about 25, and then just brighten up the eye area and eye socket as well. There we go. Now I would like to create a composite snap by holding Shift, Alt, Command and E. That will give us composite snap, and then by pressing Alt, Command and number 2 on keyboard to select the luminance, bright luminance, and then go to the curve, it's hiding behind this actually, hold on, there we go. That will reduce the bright luminance because I think it's little excessive, so I would like to reduce them a little. Tell you what, do it again. As before, That's after. Okay, now what I would like to do is go to image, duplicate image, duplicate merged layers only, and then click OK. Then go to image mode and then 16-bit. Again go to image mode and lab color. Again go to image and then image apply image, and then reduce opacity to 25, or shall I say according to your taste or liking. Okay, make sure a channel is lab, layer is merged, and blending is multiply, and then click OK. Now you can see the difference in between the color. I personally like lab color much better. They're very rich color. Okay, by selecting move tool, I'll go to image mode, go back to 8 bits, then again image mode and RGB, and then drag and drop onto this image while holding shift. Now we don't need this image, so we'll close that. Okay, so this is the previous version without the lab color, and this is with lab color. Of course you can reduce opacity if you think it is a bit too saturated or anything like that. Okay, now I will duplicate this layer by drag and drop here, and then let's see if we change the blending mode to screen, and then hold Alt and create a mask, and then select gradient tool. Okay, with white brush of course, so we'll have to change this, and then just click on eye and some dark area. Okay, I like to have details on my image no matter where it is, but I like details. Okay, the neck is a bit too dark, so we'll make it lighter. Okay, now let's give some highlights to hair. So I'll create a new layer, blank layer, change the blending mode to color dodge, select this color, somewhere near this color anyway. You can select it from the hair itself anyway, and then select the gradient tool with 24 opacity, or you can use brush if you like, and then highlight them at some point. Okay, this may be kind of boring, but it will give you really nice end results, you know. It takes time, but it gives you really good result at the end. That is always the case anyway. If you spend some time, you get better result. Realistic look, we will have to reduce the opacity to somewhere around, I would say 40, between 40 and 50, or maybe a little less even actually. Let's go on 0 and then increase, so you will know. Okay, that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it, no more than that. Of course you can have more if you like, but I would go up somewhere around 30 35. Then create composite snap again by holding shift alt command and E, and then duplicate the layer by control or command plus J, and then go to filter. Mind you, having said that, now the image is more or less done actually, but we'll do something plus, and then alien skin exposure 4, and select the look from here. I think I like this effect. It's not bad actually. I think I have used this in my previous image. So I tell you what, let me adjust what I want to adjust, and then I will show my adjustment, because it will take a little time. I have to try out, and obviously that will lengthen the video, which I don't really want to. Of course we can reduce overall intensity if you want. Tone is okay. Focus is also okay. You can have many different effects from here actually, you know, so you have to stop somewhere. I think I'll go back to what it was. I will stick to this one, and that's it. I will accept this actually. I personally like it. It's not bad. So click OK. There we go. Now what we can do is we can reduce this effect if we want to, by reducing the opacity of the top layer. I think somewhere around 80 should be okay. That's without, and that's with. Okay, I think we are almost done now. So what I would like to do now is I would like to apply final effect, which is portraiture. For that I'll go to filter, imagenomic, and portraiture, and I like this effect, so I'll click OK. There we go. This is it. I don't think I'll go any further now, except one thing, which I would like to have a background softer. So what I will do is I will duplicate this layer by control command J, and then close the top one and provide filter, blur, and Gaussian blur to the bottom layer. I think that's enough, about 10, around 10, yes. Click OK. Then open the top layer back. Make sure you have 100% opacity, not 80%, and then create a mask. Oops, not there, we want at the top. Create a mask, and then select brush by clicking B on your keyboard with 100% opacity and then brush it over carefully. Of course, I'm doing really fast and rough, so don't blame me for that. Okay, there we go. You can do this carefully and selectively so that you don't go over to the main image. Okay, if you go over, then press X and then go back again. It's best to actually use what you call gradient tool here. That will give you nice result. So let's go to gradient tool, click here, select white, then do it. And that's it. I think I am quite happy with this. Now I will make a composite snap again by Shift Alt Command and E. And that's it, I think. All done. So what we did, basically speaking, is we opened our main image into Camera Raw first. Then we did all the adjustment. Let's go there and see what we did if you really want to. Was it this or was it the top one? I think it was top one, wasn't it? This, I believe. Yes, this is what we did. And then we selectively used that adjustment rather than using complete. Then we made a composite snap, which is layer 1, and then we applied curve to reduce the excessive luminance, bright luminance. Then we made again composite snap, and then made a duplicate of it, and then we changed the screen mode, and we selectively used the screen mode, which I think it was on hair and eyes. And then again, what was that? This was, let me see, this is nothing actually. Okay, that was nothing. I don't know why we created that. So let's delete that. Then of course it was composite snap again, and then we made a copy of the same, and then we applied exposure to have this effect, and then we made duplicate again. Of course, on that one we applied also the portraiture, and then we made duplicate to soften the background, and then here is our final one. Well, I'm not too sure whether this is your liking or not, but this is just to give an idea and kind of guidance, I would say, what we can do with the image. Because if we look at the original here, this is our original, look at that, and that's our after. This is original. I'm not saying this is bad or good, because personally speaking this is good. There's nothing wrong, except obviously a bit too bright in some areas and all. Other than that, it's really good image, little hazy too. And this is our final. um, processing. I'm sure this is completely depend on personal choice, whether we like it or not, and therefore, of course, we can always adjust all the process as per our requirement. I hope this helps. Well, thank you very much. And if you would like to see more of my tutorials, you can always go to www.pphotography.com. Also, I have my own YouTube channel where you can find plenty tutorials. Well, thank you and bye for now.